Hey guys, Rock and Roll back with some more Dokkan Battle, and this time we're doing the Fighting Legend Goku event with the Hybrid Saiyan mission in mind. So I'm actually recording this post playing it. I was doing a test run to see how well it would do, and well, as you can see by the title, we do actually manage to do it. So I will go over the team first, since it doesn't really matter what we do against the first few stages. So we're running a double Team Gohan lead, obviously, because he is by far and away the best leader for this at the minute. He's an incredibly good tank, so it gives me a good tank on each rotation, and he's just incredible, especially once he transforms. You're just not killing him. We're running AGL Gohan next. You don't need to you don't need to know anything more than you already do about him. He's an insane tank. He puts out great damage. It's a shame that you never really get his transformation off, but that was just part of the insane sort of requirements they put in place for him, which is a shame, but he's there for the tanking, not the damage, really. But like I say, he puts quite a bit on the board. I've got Future Trunks there. Again, another one, you know what he can do. Great defense. Puts out quite a bit of damage as well, and will be a fantastic tank even against UI Goku. We've got the Go Bros. They've got fantastic damage. Then they can tank reasonably well, but they're not really somebody you can rely on to take a lot of hits, especially against UI Goku. If he supers them, you're going to be in trouble. I've got the ECA Physical Go Tanks next. Honestly, I was running low on Hybrid Saiyans, and I did need a physical type. His defense is okay once you get some super attacks on him, but he's vulnerable, especially when you get the STR UI Goku. He could quite easily lose you it right there. And finally, I've got B-Pan, simply because I ran out of Hybrid Saiyans that were any good. I didn't have anybody. I really didn't have any other choices that were ready at the time. I have got physical LR Trunks and in LR Gohan, who could take that final place quite easily, but I went with B-Pan. She has good health, she heals a little bit, and she sort of gives you a 33% attack boost on sort of turn when she uses her active skill, so not bad, but very, very vulnerable, and one of the biggest liabilities on the team. But, you know, like I say, I needed to fill the spot, and she did it quite nicely. Anyway, that is the team we're running. I'm running Android 8 and Princess Snake for my heals, plus you get the defense boost off 8 and the damage reduction off Princess Snake. Whis for damage reduction, and 2 Ghost Ushers just to keep the squishies alive when UI Goku is going to be probably killing them. So that was the team we were running, sort of in the items. And as you can see, we've already demolished the first couple of stages on Goku. I've got to say, Gohan even putting out 300k damage there isn't bad when he's against the tech type. Gotenks, he's not an ideal pick, to be honest. I think there's better Hybrid Saiyans you could go for, but like I say, it was the best I had. I was considering here whether or not to transform Gohan or not. I think I did transform both of them very quickly, and I really shouldn't have. You can honestly keep him as just regular Teen Gohan until you get to the UI stages, and then transform him. Because then there's literally no way in hell... He's not going to die anyway, but there's no way in hell he'll die, and he can do quite a bit of damage. But as you can see, his attack stats that you get is absolutely crazy. Like, he'll easily be hitting a 3 million attack stat when he transforms. And Trunks doing what Trunks does right there. He just blows people away. He's been such a crucial card for events like this for so long. It's funny, because when he first came out, he wasn't bad, but he wasn't that great. Simply because there wasn't really the call for him, and there wasn't the long events back then. You judged figures by how... Or cards, I should say. Back to Hero Coliseum terms. You judge cards by Super Battle Road, basically. So, the Trunks didn't really do that well in Super Battle Road, because he doesn't stack his defense until he transforms. And that's a turn 3 transformation. And Super Battle Road, regular Super Battle Road, you're talking 4 or 5 turns at most. So you never really got the benefit of Trunks back then, but obviously they released Legendary Goku event, Infinite Dragon Ball History stages, and of course now we've got Extreme Super Battle Road where Trunks can get his transformation in and get a couple turns off it as well. So he's certainly become even better over time, really. But he's a defense stacker. Any defense stacker over time is going to still remain around. So he is relatively pivotal to this team. Like the 2 main rotations are the 2, and his transformation with Gohan. It's nice animation. Very nice animation. It's very long as well, though, so it feels like maybe it's a little dragged on. And I did transform early. Like I say, I shouldn't have done. I should have held out as regular Gohan for a bit longer, I think. Because I didn't need to transform. I mean, his stats are ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And as soon as Goku hits him, he just goes through the roof. Because that's... taking that hit is what basically activates a whole chunk of his passive. And let's look at his attack stat here. 3 million. Bear in mind, that Gohan, my Gohan, is at 55%. 2.2 on the AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku. How many links is he going to have active? 2 or 3, I think, with Trunks. He doesn't have great links, really. So his attack stat is just insane. It really is. How much does Gotenks hit for here? He's hitting about the same every time. I think I built in full crit. Just because he's only really going to get used for events like this, and so he's got more than enough time to build up his passive. Yeah, I really shouldn't have transformed my Gohans that early, but it was just like... This was like the first thing I'd done with them. So I was just like, I really want to see the transformed version. So, again, insane attack stat. He's going to absolutely demolish Goku here, just like the other one did. B-Pan does worry me, but I knew I wasn't going to die this time. I knew she wasn't going to get attacked, because Gohan right here is probably going to end it. I can't remember, because I did this a few days ago, so... Oh no, he doesn't end it. He only did 1.1. Oh wait, was that my one? I wasn't paying attention. Was that my one at 55% and the other one was the friend Gohan? I can't remember now. I wasn't really paying attention that much. Let's see. No, this is my Gohan in this rotation, so my Gohan did the massive damage. This rotation is going to cause a lot of pain. Oh, and we actually got a Dokkan attack as well. That's a really early Dokkan attack, actually. A lot of the time I'm usually getting him at blue. So, that's really good. Alright, so, Gohan, I mean, he didn't need the extra damage boost from having a Dokkan attack, but, yeah, he's going to absolutely demolish Tech Goku. You know, funny thing, I actually was watching DBZ World, I think it was. He's done the Legendary Goku event in 5 minutes. In under 5 minutes now. It's absolutely crazy. Like, when you think how long it was taking us originally to do it, and now it can be done in 5 minutes with the right items and units, it's just crazy. Yeah, that was a pretty damaging turn. If I'd have gotten a couple more super attacks there, we'd have gotten very close to killing Goku in one turn there. What I do love about this is just how easy it is to keep my rotations. This is probably a similar team that I will run in Super Battle Road for the Hybrid Saiyans. Simply because, like I say, I don't have many other options. The Gohans are just good enough to tank anyway. And you've got Gobros, you've got Trunks. The only worry will be B-Pan. And did he really live with that little health left? I mean, it's not a big deal because Gohan gets an extra attack now. Get to buff up that defense a bit more. You know, hitting for 650 when he's got type disadvantage is pretty good, but that LR Gohan is insane. Absolutely crazy, and he will be for a long time. Just a shame his transformation requirements suck. Right. Yeah, I wanted to save those orbs for Pan, but I couldn't if I wanted Trunks to Super, so... My Pan is only SA10, I haven't SA20'd her because I'm not going to put Kais into her. She's not there to do damage, she's there for her healing, which I suppose would help if she had a heart, some more, sort of if she had a SA20, but those Kais can be used better elsewhere, and she is more there for her active skill than anything else. You know, this is the first time I can actually remember using B-Pan. I literally haven't had a use for her before. Trunks, chill, man, chill. He's absolutely demolishing this. But yeah, this team is really good against it. It's just you got to make sure you protect the Pan and the Gotenks in the floater spots. Everything else should be pretty safe once they've stacked up. Yeah, you see Pan showing there her weakness. 90k damage she took there from a normal. That's why I was so worried about that, and I did that just because I want to keep Gohan in the front spot, to be honest. It's usually just a safer way. It doesn't matter tremendously, and they all got sort of their supers or their ultra supers anyway, so didn't honestly matter that much. The one problem with this team is that the Int UI Goku stage takes a while, simply because I've got 4 of my units are tech, so they're all doing reduced damage. So you're relying heavily on ones like Gohan to put the damage down the AGL one, because the others just can't. Gobros are ridiculous. They are still probably the most underrated LR in the game. And I think the Blue Fusions are the most overrated ones, to be honest, but I'm judging them from Super Battle Road perspective now. Just because I don't really need them for stuff like LGE. And to be fair, in those, yes, they are great, but if you look at SBR, they're not. Because their defense isn't great until they transform. And they're a turn 4 transformation. So honestly, I don't use the Blue Fusions that much. I think they are overrated. I would honestly say stuff like the Gobros I use a lot more. I still use Kale and Caulifla more than them, to be honest. Well, I mean, that was 82k. I'm not comfortable with taking that sort of damage. But I had to sort of mess up my rotations there just because I couldn't leave Gotenks at the end to take all those hits. I'm honestly surprised he didn't super in the middle, to be honest, just to spite me. I think right here I was considering using B-Pan's active skill, but I decided to save it for the UI, the Int UI Goku. Well, it would have been okay here, but I kind of need all the damage I can get against Int UI. Plus this rotation hits pretty hard on its own. Yeah, the funny thing is, it took very little time to really get through STR. Int UI Goku takes... I mean, what are we? We're at about 14 minutes, so it near enough takes as much time to beat Int UI Goku as it does to beat the rest of it. Just because I have 4 tech units. Oh, man, that's... I honestly wouldn't recommend this team. Just because there's squishies in there that really make it a bit dodgy. Yeah, I wanted to leave Gohan at the front, because if you look at the attacks that are there... So, I kind of had to sacrifice a super attack with him this turn. I was just looking at a way to try and conserve orbs for next turn. And I wheezed. It was a precaution. I had to do it just because Gotenks at the end, he is taking a few attacks, and if he gets hit by a super, we're gonna die. Gohan there with the 600 critical off a normal attack, which is pretty impressive. And, of course, he doesn't get supered, because, you know, he'd only take 48 damage or something. I do not get lucky with my Gobros additionals. They always do additional autos. Like, it's very rare that I see additional supers. This is going to do literally nothing. 170k. Yeah, that's about right. And that justifies the use of the Whis right there, but we still took 200k damage. Which is absolutely insane. Luckily, because of the rotation I've got, I don't need to heal because they're all unkillable, basically. But I do need to float Trunks back onto the other rotation. It's funny that 3 of the 4 that are going to be on rotation against Int UI Goku are not going to be able to do much damage to him because they're tech. And of course he dodges Gohan. He couldn't have waited until next turn to do some dodging, could he? No, he had to do it this turn. Alright, we're nearly done with STR. It didn't take as long to do it in UI Goku as I thought. We blitzed through the start of STR, but we haven't done as much damage since. That was some disappointing damage from Trunks, actually. So, what do I do here? I do go for the attacks. Okay, I wasn't sure if I used the Gobro's active skill here. It wouldn't make sense to. We're not in any danger, because Gohan should be able to finish them off right here. As long as he doesn't dodge again. Which he doesn't. Okay. Yeah, this Gohan is so good. He's up there with Cooler. Like, him or Cooler, it's the debate now for who the best TUR is. Like, Gohan is a much better defensive unit, but Cooler is sort of better all round as he can put out pretty good damage numbers and he supports. So, it's pretty close between them now. Plus, a big advantage that Cooler has is the category he leads. He leads Transformation Boost, which is better than Hybrid Saiyans, I guess. So, I don't know. It's very close. If you prefer tanks, Gohan. If you prefer supports, Cooler. That's basically the easiest way to put it. The funny thing is, this is a turn where I'm expecting Gotenks to actually do some damage, but I still heal and use a sort of the Princess Snake because I don't trust Gotenks. Luckily for once, it's actually Gohan at the front who's taking the ultimate, or the super attack, I should say, from Int UI Goku. And we only took 27k, which, considering 1, I transformed in the first opportunity I got, and 2, he's a tech type, is pretty damn impressive. I know he has guard, but still. To only take that sort of damage from Int UI Goku is pretty nice, considering he hasn't got that many defense stacks in him. Come on, Gotenks. This is where you kind of needed to show your quality. He only hit 650? Really? This physical easier Gotenks is disappointing. Like, he's okay, but he's not anything more than okay. I mean, his main appeal is that he's a sealer, I guess. So, he's better for Super Battle Road in that sense. Yeah, this rotation shouldn't do too much damage just because 3 million. The thing that makes it crazy for Gohan is that he hasn't got that many links active. Because his link set is just terrible. He's good with other Ultimate Gohans, but that's about it. Trunks there putting in some work with the 1.6 crit. And taking no damage. I'm worried a little bit about the Gobros at the end, but you know, I'd rather have him dodging tech types, but, you know, when he dodges that, that's kind of irritating. I think I activate B-Pan's active skill this turn. Simply because I was getting an Ultra Super and I'm getting a Dokkan attack with Gohan. So, made sense to. Or at least in my book it made sense to. They're going to hit damn hard. I Wii solely because Pan's at the end taking more than one attack, and I don't trust Pan. I don't. This B-Pan is just going to get blown away if I do put my trust into her, so no. I was not doing that. I actually hate it when it goes that slow, because I end up sometimes going too quick on the button presses and missing a couple. It's like a fine balance, because I'm on PC using the BlueStacks app. Then it can go incredibly quick sometimes, and sometimes it's incredibly slow. And if it's either of those, I tend to screw it up a bit. 3.9 Gohan just hit 4. That was... UI Goku dodged that. Nice damage, Pan. 2,900, Christ. I know she's, like I said, she's not there for damage, but still. It's a bit depressing seeing something hit that pathetically against UI Goku. Yeah, the damage from Gohan last turn kind of sealed it for me, because I've still got... I think I've still got both Ghost Ushers, an Android 8. Maybe that's it. I know I've used at least one Princess Snake, one Android 8, both my Whis. Yeah, that's cute in UI Goku. I don't care. Gohan doesn't care. We've got you dead, mate. 65 damage. Just how ridiculously broken that Gohan is. Trunks without the crit doesn't hit that hard though. He hit 1.6 when he did a crit last time. Without the crit, 339,000. Gotenks, I don't care about you at this point. You don't do anywhere near enough damage. But he was a filler. If I had the Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, I'd probably have used him just because you could rely on him putting out quite a bit more damage. I have to say, the orbs haven't always fell nicely for me in getting sort of the right coloured orbs for some people like the Gohans. Like, it's very rare that I've had the Tech Gohans getting heals from that, so... Right, let's see how much Gohan could put on the board this time. Let's see. 349, so the Dokkan attack really did make the difference, but that's no surprise. That is no surprise at all. AGL Gohan here is going to hit for a reasonable amount, 1.3, with the additional. Dodged it. I still love AGL Gohan. I think he's awesome. Really is still one of the best LRs. Like I say, he still gets the respect he deserves. I don't think the Go Bros do, in all honesty. Like, people know they're good, but I don't think people know just how good they are. And like I say, I think some of the LRs in the game are overrated. But that's just a personal opinion. I mean, I tried Final Trump Card, because we finally got that as a mission in this. I actually died using the blue fusions. Because without their super attacks, they didn't have any defense, so they kind of got butchered. Although I didn't use items in it, I was kind of confident. I was like, oh, there's no way Goku's going to kill us this turn. And you're just like, yeah, super attack, 3 autos, and you're dead. And just like, okay, thanks. So I overrated them, I think, there as well. I do think they are overrated. Like, they're good, they are good. But looking at it from, especially Super Battle Road standpoint, Blue Fusions are overrated. I mean, in, let's say, Potara, I'd take them, but I wouldn't make them my leader. I'd rather have 2 into Super Saiyan Goku and Vegeta for the heals. And I don't even think I'd have the Vegito on rotation. I think I'd float him. I can't remember what I did, because I did Potara, but I didn't do it on the channel. I'll have to look that up, actually. But yeah, I'd only run one Tech Vegito. Same with Fusion. I'll run 2 of the physical Goku and Vegeta cards. And 1 STR Gogeta. They're fun to use. I will say that about the Blue Fusions. They are fun to use. When you get them to blue and you get them sort of hitting at their full power, they are ridiculously good. But you wait until turn 4 to even start getting them to that level. So, and in most things, I mean, if you look at the hardest events, they're Super Battle Road and Battlefield. Or Ultimate Clash, whatever you want to call it. In both of those, you're not going to see the Blue Fusions. Well, Extreme Super Battle Road, I guess you might do now. Because they do last a bit longer, but still. It's not consistent. Also, we're about to beat UI Goku, so that was Hybrid Saiyans versus Goku in the Legendary Goku event. It was tough at a few points. I needed the items to get through it, and we actually get the Go Bros to finish it, which I think is quite cool. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope this helps. I hope you got Ultimate Gohan in the sort of off the new banner, as it will make this a lot easier. If you didn't, I'd say hold off for the time being, because you're going to struggle to beat it. But anyway, thank you all for watching. Like I said, I hope this helps, and stick around for more guides for various missions in Dokkan Battle. And I'll see you next time.